Take a listen to Rich Eisen on the Deshaun Watson civil cases, given that we have found out what is in the 24th claimants as that was filed today. Here's Rich Eisen.
It's a he said, she said thing. If this is true, the Browns clearly did not do their due diligence. And I don't, once again, know this guy. I met him right after the draft. He couldn't have been more nice, couldn't have been more polite, couldn't have been more everything that you'd want in your child, everyone you'd want in your child's friend, anybody that you'd want in a face of your business. That's who Deshaun Watson was. As bright-eyed and as on the straight and narrow as you'd want anybody that you'd be giving all this money to. I don't know that person reading this document. Vile is the only way to describe it, if true. And I don't know the way out of this. And if it's true, then he should be on the Commissioner's exempt list 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, immediately.
And I don't know the way out of this thing. But it's not criminal. He's not getting any criminal charges. It's all civil, and there's now 24 of them.
And Eddie, that's again an interesting point. That Commissioner's exempt list can always be pulled right back up, and he can be pushed onto that until the NFL decides to do. And that's kind of like being in limbo. The one thing that, and again, Rich Eisen was reacting to reading the claimants, the 24th claimants, document that came out today. The court of public opinion is Deshaun Watson's not winning in it right now.
Absolutely not. He's not winning in it. And, he described Deshaun as nice and all these, nice things about him after meeting him after the draft when he was drafted a few years ago. And, that sounds good. And from everything we've seen so far from Deshaun as he's been in Cleveland, that stands to be true. But there are 24 women who have civil cases against him. So if true, yes, vile is the perfect word for that. I don't know what's true and what's not true. Myles Garrett said something last week when he was asked about along the lines of, I wasn't there, you weren't there. We don't know what happened. Only Deshaun knows what happened, and the 24 women that are alleging this know what happened. So it's a slippery slope. I don't think that the Browns did not do their due diligence because clearly we knew that 22 charges were brought up on him by 22 different women. There was no criminal charges. That does not mean that he did not do this by any means. And I don't want people hearing me thinking that I'm defending him in any way. I'm just playing both sides of the field so we can get a proper discussion on this. I feel that it gets lost a lot of times. People see that and automatically it's innocent. It's not, or it's guilty. I mean, it's not innocent until proven guilty anymore because the public opinion process is just not what that is anymore. You're now innocent until proven guilty, or guilty until proven innocent, and that shouldn't be the case, but that is what it is. And in the NFL, a large portion of the percentage of the fines and the suspensions that come down anymore are based on public opinion, which is why I think they have that arbitrator, the independent arbitrator, which if that's the case, I don't understand how the public opinion would matter. I get from the NFL perspective, but if they have an independent arbitrator, I don't see how that's a thing. If he did this to any of these women, not just, it doesn't have to be half, doesn't have to be a majority. If he did it to any of the women, it's vile. I don't know what the Browns were thinking. If he did not do it, like he claims he did not do, then, they did their due diligence. And I think they did their due diligence. They're a bunch of smart Ivy League guys. I don't think they're just going to take a gamble like this without, knowing, hey, we trust that what he's saying is truthful. We'll deal with the repercussions of him being suspended if he is, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, and again, we have to wait for stuff to come out, but as it's going now, the public, and the NFL will, don't kid yourselves. There will be a factor of this that's based on the PR for the league. So I mean, it just is the way it is in the NFL or any league that's entertainment based, and that will factor into it.
And it should in some cases because I can't speak because I don't have children. But if I had a daughter, I'd probably feel 1,000% differently on this. I do have friends that have daughters, and I have younger cousins that, I never want them to be in a position like this. And I would be irate if I ever found out that one was. But at the same time, I was not in Houston. I was not in any of those massage parlors or wherever any of this alleged incidents took place. I'm just going off what I know. Deshaun is claiming innocence, which, most people do when they do wrong. But I can't go against what he's saying based just off of, the cases and by no means am I saying that any woman is lying. I would never say that ever, but any case like this, but it's not just black and white of believe them or don't believe them.
Yep.
I'm sure something happened. I don't know what that something is. I will never sit here and pretend I know what happened in any of those rooms. But at the same time, if he's fighting for his innocence and he somehow gets cleared of all this, then how does that make the league look if they, let's say they give him 8 games or a year, and then it's like, oh, well, nothing happened. Like I said, I don't know what happened. And if nothing comes of this, then that's a hard thing. This is a slippery slope. It's a unique case. So the decision-making process is going to be difficult for the NFL because, some people are going to feel it's too harsh because he hasn't been charged criminally, and some people are going to feel it's not enough, no matter what the punishment is.